Guys and girls, I'm Al from Games Rip, and today we're going to play the arcade classic Bubble Bobble. It's part of the Taito collections, the collection I seem to be playing an extremely large amount of at the moment. That's because there's some real arcade classics on here. There's one of the little geezers there, not sure which one that is, either Bubble or Bobble, or, you know, who knows. Anyway, let's give it a go, and let's have some arcade fun with Bubble Bobble. Here we go, guys, it's Bub and Bob, aka Bubble and Bobble, for the Taito Arcade systems, along with many, many home systems. These guys have been around since 1986, and that's a year older than I am. Jesus, fuck, that makes me feel old. So what's the name of the game, I hear you ask? Well, basically, you play two brothers called Bubby and Bobby, and your girlfriends have been stolen from you. Yep, they have been taken by Baron von Blubba, the motherfucker. Now, God only knows what he's actually going to do to the poor guys, or girls I should say, but Jesus. Well, anyway, what he does is he's actually turned you into two little dragon-looking things. And the name of the game is to get through 100 different levels any way you can by basically blowing bubbles at your enemies, submersing them in a spherical bubble, probably going to dissolve their skin and turn them into skeletons. No, not quite like that. But what you do is when you do catch them in a bubble is you jump on their head, they fly in the air and they turn into a piece of fruit. Now that will give you more points and more energy. Actually, I do lie, it doesn't give you more energy, but it does give you far more points. Now what you do is you will happen to find sometimes some letters floating down, which you can collect. So what do you do with those letters, I hear you ask? Well, what they actually do is they eventually spell out the words. Once you collect them all, the word extend. As soon as you've done that, it allows you to move straight onto the next level, and thus also gaining a brand new life. Just so you can even get a little bit further in Bubble Bobble. Now there's 100 levels within Bubble Bobble. God damn it, I say Bubble Bubble. No, I can't say it anymore. There's 100 levels in Bubble Bobble. Basically, now that can be single player and that can also be two player. Now the game doesn't truly really have, well, okay, it doesn't have the same ending each time. This was one of the first games to have slightly different endings depending on what you actually do within the game. Now, if you finish it single player, you will get a message that says, "Come here with your friend." Now, this is they class it as a hint or a sort of hidden message after you've killed the boss, that is, because there's a boss at the 100th level, which is where you will eventually free the girlfriends and get them back. And the difference is if you actually complete it with a friend, so that's two player, you get what they call the happy ending, in which the brothers are transformed back to their human selves, so they're no longer the little dragons, and reunited with their girlfriends. Ah, isn't that lovely? Also, once you've actually completed it with a friend, and you then get an unlocked difficulty. Now they call it the Super Drunk. Yeah. Okay, so that basically means you now have the power to influence the game. You're going to change it, and what it's going to do is it's going to make the game so much harder. That's faster and a lot more difficult. So if you want a challenge, and in all fairness this game is already a challenge, this is going to make it a lot harder. So make sure you complete it first, then play it again. It's got a lot of replayability. How on earth though you'd ever actually complete it within an arcade environment makes me wonder, because you'd end up spending a lot of money on this machine. But I suppose if you're playing on a home console, then that's slightly different. So here's a nice little Bubble Bobble fact for you. The game was so widely bootlegged back in its day, but Taito took it upon themselves to create a security chip called the PS4. Yeah, nice little fact there for you. So yeah, basically get this game. It's Bubble Bobble. Now I'm playing it for the Taito collection. It's the first collection on the PlayStation 2. but you can find it on virtually absolutely everything. Now, this is actually obviously the first game in a massive, massive series. Now, if you know Rainbow Island, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, Rainbow Island came straight after Bubble Bobble, and there's about 15 games, I could be slightly wrong, 15 games or so in this series. It's a lot of games, but it does make me wonder why the characters themselves, the Bubble Bobble little dragons, have never been such big, well-known things. Well, now, they're well-known within gamers, but anyone who doesn't play Bubble Bobble or never has would probably not know who they are. But I think they're great. The game itself is really, really simple to get grips with anyone who is not exactly an avid gamer. It's literally just up, down, left, right, jump, and blow a bubble. It's really, really not that hard, so anyone can pick it up and play it, be it on any device. Now, obviously, I've never played it on a mobile phone, for example. Now, there are versions out there, but I personally don't think that's a great idea, because the D-pad and the couple buttons is always the best way to go. Anyway, I've been Al from Games Rip. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Al signing out.